Start off with, what did you think of Gary Payton's block on Wembanyama?
It's a way to reintroduce himself to, after his absence, and he's obviously got a knack for athleticism. But I was, especially off of my turnover, I appreciated that because I didn't want to get the ball out of the basket after I just gave it away. So I appreciate it.
Where did you see his impact most in his first game back, Gary?
I mean, he just gives us great energy on the ball, defensively, and he's one of those guys, like, it might show up in the stat sheet, it might not, but he makes the opponent have to be aware of him, where he's at, think about him. He causes chaos out there, so. And he's doing a good job with it for us. We have to talk better as a group, and I think he took a challenge, having watched for however many games he was out, to make his presence felt there too.
Hi, Steph. Next Tuesday will be the last game of this group, and then every time you guys play against the Kings, that will be it's epic. So, what do you expect from next game when you go to the Sacramento? Try to steal that game and then go to the next round.
It's, for all the reasons you just said, it's a big game. You feel the energy of an in-season tournament game. Because of what it means, the court, it feels like a playoff type game, and we know we have to win to stay in it, and you have to approach it that way. So I know they're going to do the same, and it's going to be a fun atmosphere. We know it well, so we know what to expect. We just have to execute and have a sense of urgency, especially at the start. I think they've been playing pretty well since D. Fox has been back, and I know they won tonight too, so it's a big deal.
I know you're kind of part of the group that was trying to build the buzz for the in-season tournament, but has it been maybe even better than you thought, or mattered more than you thought?
Everything on paper, when you see it on paper, it doesn't really. I mean, it makes sense, but you can't understand what it's gonna look like. Who was I talking to? I think my brother, we were talking about it this summer. It's like everything had to start from somewhere. And so it's kind of a cool vibe to know, like, the way it's designed, again, the decisions about, like, the court and the hype around it, and, whether you, at first glance, understand how it works or it takes you a long time, wherever you are on that spectrum. Like, it does feel different on TV in the arena, so it's definitely better than I think anybody probably expected. And as a fan, you should enjoy, what you're watching. And I'm sure it's going to get better when you get to the knockout rounds, especially with the different venue in Vegas.
Moses started with you guys tonight. What's it been like kind of finding the right combination so far early in the season?
Still a work in progress all the way around. I guess you could say as it should be, but you don't want to be in a position where the last 9 games or so have gone, only 2 wins, so you want to have some more to show for it, but everybody has to be ready. It's the nature of how we do things. I have done them for a while, and it's a challenge for this team to continue to make it about the team. Like, that's all we can do, and just keep trying to get better, make the necessary adjustments, whatever you're asked to do, however many minutes you're out there, and hopefully we'll all be better for it as we go through.
What do you think kind of made it difficult to put it away today?
We had a couple bad turnovers. I lost it at half court. I stepped on the line. We had a couple other ones, so I got to do a better job of controlling possessions there. But it's also we got offensive rebounds, or gave up offensive rebounds, free throws, some contested threes went down. Like, everything kind of went their way for a nice spurt because they were just playing desperate and trying to spoil our night. But I think it reminds you of how much talent there is around the league. I don't care 3-13, like they challenge you for 48 because you have to kind of worry about everybody. And we kind of let our foot off the gas pedal a little bit down the stretch. Thankfully, we won, but it's, again, a reminder of it's hard to win in this league. I don't care who you're playing.
You guys have 3 days off, 2 practices, and then Draymond back Tuesday. Does this feel like it could, you need it to be kind of a pivot point early this season?
Yeah, because we're 8-9. Like I said, that 9-game stretch that we're in right now has not been great. So I know Draymond's excited to be back. We're excited to have him. We need him, and I think overall, how we talked about that last little practice or this last couple practice sessions we had a week ago, to kind of just focus on the areas of improvement, especially offensively. Well, I guess both sides of the ball. Offensively, in terms of what we're trying to accomplish on each possession. Defensively, being more connected as a unit and trusting each other a little bit more so that we can be better, like the point of attack defense and knowing that we have help side and like just being more organized on that front too. So Draymond being back helps a lot, not just because of what he does defensively, but the way he communicates, but it won't solve everything. So we have to address those, especially going into Sac, who we know how their offense is.
Steph, you mentioned before that you didn't consider Sacramento a rival, but given some of the games you've had there recently and the last time you guys were there, you gave the night after making a pretty big shot. What's it going to take to turn Sacramento into a rivalry series for you guys?
I'm going to have to check with the committee that defines what rival actually means. It's kind of what everybody wants it to be. I love the narrative around the back and forth. We played them so many times over the last couple of years. Whatever you call it, it's fun basketball. It's entertaining, and you have to play well to beat them just because of what they do. And obviously, a 7-game series helps. But like I said, we know what to expect when we go up there, and it's cool that there is an extra little emphasis on the in-season tournament outcome of this group, fitting that it is against them.
Usually it's geographic.
I need all the criteria. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, Steph, you got isolated on Wembanyama a couple times. I think you blocked your shot once. You took a step back. It looked like when you went into the lane, you thought about shooting a layup, then kicked it out and got that relocation 3. Do you have to kind of recalibrate knowing that he can reach shots that other people can't?
Well, for sure. I mean, we just seen him, or we're just seeing him for the first time, and you don't have the luxury of having a 7'4" scout team representative who can, be out there and, have a presence like he does. So you have to. He makes you think. There's options out there, and there's ways to kind of counter it, but you just can't do the same thing you normally do. He blocked my shot on a floater, and the only thing you think he jumped, he just went like that and knocked it off the backboard. So it still catches you by surprise, the stuff that he does, just because of his stature out there. But that last play, I probably would have tried to lay it up had the first half. When I got my shot blocked, had not been in my memory, and kicked it out, relocated. Like I said, there's counters and stuff. You just had to be very mindful of where he is, because if you just try to go through him or over top him, it's going to lead to nothing, really.
Oh, hi, Steph. As a team captain, how do you address the frustrations of your teammates? We saw Clay throwing a few towels. Wiggins is like a little bit more private with his frustration with, his on-court play. How do you make sure that they stay calm, but at the same time keep their energy?
We're all competitive. We're all fiery. Everybody wants to play well. There's a lot on the line personally, and as a team, and we carry that energy. Every time we step foot on the floor, that's not just Clay, that's not just Wiggs, that's everybody. So the conversations we have in practice and the belief that we have in everybody, that's an all-year thing. And no matter how you're playing, like there's ultimate confidence that everybody's going to contribute to getting us to where we need to be as a team. So that never wavers. It's just part of the game, part of the stress that you go through out here as athletes and the expectation you have on yourself every night. So we just try to keep it fun, keep the joy high, keep the trust in each other. We talk about that stuff all the time, and eventually it'll pay off.